Can't get enough of Kelly and Ramya?
We're now on YouTube for you to indulge in highlights from our show.
We've been featuring and highlighting Got Game on the show in the last few weeks because it is new to AMI TV. Season 1 is out, and Gabi D is a digital creator and influencer from Toronto. She's been featured on The Squeaky Wheel Canada, another fantastic show, Fashion Dis, and now is one of the participants featured in Season 1 of Got Game. This is a series that explores coming of age in a board game cafe as 6 youths with disabilities share their stories while playing accessible, inclusive tabletop games. Gabi, nice to have you on the show.
Thank you so much for having me.
So how did you get involved with Season 1 of Got Game? Tell us that first.
It's a fun story. I was actually contacted on Instagram, or I was emailed and contacted, because it's one of those things where when you get approached for a show, you never know if it's real or not. So I think with having the DM and the email, it proved it was real, and I was contacted by the show's creator, Josh.
That's awesome.
You didn't dismiss it as spam.
In the beginning, I did. I was kind of saying, "Oh, who's this? You know, what are they saying? I don't know if I fully believe them." But then he was
How long did it take for you to fully believe? Did you like, yeah, that sounds nice. What else?
I think I saw the DM first, and that's where I was a little suspicious. But when I got the email and it sounded a little bit more official, then I said, "Okay, I believe you. You're doing a good thing."
That's awesome. Great. The experience of filming. I mean, this is something unique in the filming of it and keeping it going and the situation. What was that like for you guys?
It was so much fun to film. I'm from the Toronto area, and we got to shoot this up in the Ottawa, Quebec area. And it was just amazing getting to meet everybody. We met for the first time on set. And though we come from all different backgrounds with all different disabilities, we all got along really well. And it was just amazing. And we formed so many new friendships.
Wow. Was that a positive thing that you guys didn't have any run up, where you met at some location, and a couple of weeks later, maybe got together, talked more about the show, and then 2 or 3 weeks later, or a month later, we're filming? Did it work even better just meeting everyone and diving right in?
I think, yeah, it was definitely better, because I think if we had met beforehand, we would have gotten to know each other. We would have kind of learned all our stories already. Not all of them, because everybody has so many stories, but we wouldn't have had that kind of first chance to listen to the stories on screen. So I think by meeting each other day of and getting to ask those questions, we were able to have a genuine experience and share kind of finding out this new information about people, just like everybody else in the audience.
So just before we move on, tell us a little bit about how many episodes, how did you guys do all the filming? How long did things take? Can you walk us through the timeline?
Yes. So there are 6 episodes, one about each contestant. And within the episodes, they dive into each. And then we had shot the board games, within 2 days, 2 or 3 episodes on one day and 3 episodes on the other. But then we also dive deeper into each of our stories. So I know for me, they had come down to my town to shoot with me on a different day. I forget how long it was in between, but we had the time to shoot with my dad, my best friend, and go around my town. So I know everybody else had that experience as well.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah. So there's a lot to unpack in each episode and with each of you guys, and there's a lot of great reactions to the things and topics that are brought up and people's experiences as well. So we have a clip from episode 4 where you guys are talking about the decision to post about disability on social media. Let's take a listen.
I feel like I kind of have to, because in the sense, I have to work my social media into it, because 1, there's not a lot of dwarfism representation in the media. And 2, people will comment questions. Now, whether you decide to answer them or not is up to you. Yeah. But it's also that social media, you're on social media every day. You might not open a book every day. So I don't know if I would say it's my job, because I don't want to say it's my job, but I will use my platform to educate others. And because if you're seeing me, I don't know, at the beach, maybe that's a cute photo, and the next one's hey, here's where we can make the beach more accessible. Right. Or I went to this place, And yes, there's cute photos, but here's how we can make this place more accessible, or here's how I struggled as a little person. And because I have like a physical disability, I can't hide it. So it's kind of similar with the inspiration porn of like, oh my gosh, that outfit looks so great on you. Like, wow, like you're so like,
Don't even get
like,
no, bye. No.
Like, there's definitely a thing of like
on the you part. Like,
yes.
Wow.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
Really cool.
That is such an interesting take too, right? Because it's like utilizing the kind of normalcy of what you will find on social media and saying, but also pay attention because these are specific experiences that people are having where it's not normal or it's not the average. So you have over 25,000 followers on your TikTok. Can you tell us about the kind of content you make? Like, was that a good example of how you post?
Definitely. My content, I do what is known as lifestyle content. So I'll do anything from just every day, here's an event I'm going to, or I'm going to the movies, or I went to the park. But then I'll also do kind of the nitty gritty of, as a little person, here's what I struggled with, or here's where I got my outfit. If I post about my outfit, people might ask, oh, is there a special store? Or did you get it altered? So I'll dive deeper into that on a separate video.
Okay.
And
do you get a lot of response, Gabby? Rums, your question to me. I just wondered if you get a lot of response, whether it's, and especially now the show is on, I'm kind of wondering, has any of that translated to what hits you get? Have you done some posts talking about that, and just overall, how do people respond to you?
They respond. There are negatives and positives. I mainly try to focus on the positives. I think they respond quite well because I like my page to be a place where people can come and ask questions, because a lot of people are curious about dwarfism, and sometimes going to Google isn't the best source. So if you can come to me and ask, and I'll make a video or I'll comment back and letting you know. I really appreciate that people feel comfortable doing that.
Nice.
As well as sometimes I'll post about more pop culture things. So for example, when the new Snow White film was in production, I put my 2 cents in about how I thought that the 7 dwarves should be played. And that video got 1 million views, and a lot of people were putting their 2 cents in saying, oh, I agree, I believe they should be portrayed in this way as well.
Yeah, there's already a lot of existing conversation, right, around dwarfism, around people with disabilities in portrayal and all this kind of stuff. So you can totally just, hop on all of that stuff. When does it get challenging? I'm super curious because you put your stuff out there. It's a pretty big kind of direct way of advocating for yourself and for the community. So when does it feel like maybe too much, or when you say, okay, you know what, I'm going to have to arm's length this part of it or take a break?
I think it starts to get a little too much if there is an uptake of negative comments, or when kind of fetishism, or people who fetish little people, when those people start to kind of get pointed to my content through the algorithm. I know, for example, on Instagram, I had posted a video, the same video that I posted on TikTok, but through the algorithm, a lot of people that I knew would fetishize me, or just the way that they would kind of slide into my DMs weren't the best. So I had to remove that video, and it's still removed for now, but I had to remove it for a while just to kind of slow down that traffic, because it was getting a little bit overwhelming with the amount of people that it was garnering the attention of.
Yeah. I know we talk on the show about attention, about especially disability conversation. We got 2 hours to talk. We know that not everybody, especially those of us with disabilities, want to come on here and continually talk about it. For you guys doing Got Game or with your own posting, outside of that, is there per video so many that you want to do that are, like you said, lifestyle, other things that you do that you feel very comfortable, whether your disability, if you want to call it that, comes up, as it does naturally at times? Cool, that's fine. But there's those times where you're kind of, no, man, I'm just talking about the fact that I like strawberry ice cream.
I think it's a mixture, because for me, I'm more so focused on here is my life, oh yeah, I'm a little person, opposed to here is my life and I'm a little person. Though both are true, I try to kind of more highlight the lifestyle so that people can see me just like everyone else. because by highlighting just the dwarfism, it will be relatable to people with dwarfism, thankfully. But then by highlighting just the lifestyle, everyone can relate, and then we can branch out from there. So I do try to do an even balance, but I think I do lean more so to lifestyle. And when that question comes up, then I'll talk about it. But thankfully, I think people have started to or have never necessarily seen me as disabled a lot, so that they focus more on the lifestyle content itself.
Do you can you, sorry, give us an example of some of the things that you've posted about regarding representation of disability or representation of dwarfism in media?
Definitely. As I mentioned before, the Snow White, kind of having that example of what that's like in the media, because with Snow White or the Wonka movie, these are stereotypes of people with dwarfism, of little people that are out there. And unfortunately, that might be the only, even though it's not even the best, the only somewhat form of representation that people are seeing. It's on the biggest scale. It's on a worldwide scale.
Yeah.
It's in theaters. People are going to go see these films because they love the Snow White story, but then the one form of representation they see of dwarfism is the Seven Dwarfs. They love Willy Wonka, but the one form of dwarfism they see is the Oompa Loompa. So I think with that, I try to touch on those things in the sense of, hey, we're not magical, we're not mythical, we're real people, and I'll try to show that through my videos.
Yeah, it's almost like you become a caricature based on the shows. For you, for future, well, tell us a little bit about things you have in mind, plan, whether regarding media, you're posting. What's down the road?
Down the road, I think I have a lot of posts coming up. I just went to Fan Expo, so I have a few posts about that, and I had a lot of fun there, being able to kind of be in that crowd. And you'll notice I'll be posting a YouTube vlog about it. You'll be able to notice kind of where my eye line is when it comes to big crowds, when it comes to big conventions or just places where there's a lot of people, you know, whereas other people can may be able to find their way through crowds easily. I have to watch out for backpacks hitting my face. I have to watch out for people not seeing me over others. So I have that video coming out. And also in September, I'll be doing some videos, or I will be going to the Toronto International Film Festival, TIFF. So I will be doing some videos there. So I'm very excited to be going there.
Nice. Gabi, thank you so much for talking to us. Really appreciate, you know, what you're bringing, this extra stuff to the show, and looking forward to hearing what you bring to Got Game as well in your conversations.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks for watching.
You can catch Kelly and Ramya weekdays from 2 to 4 p.m. Eastern on AMI.